I was just a tiny baby boy. She closed the door behind us both and said her last goodbye. With a suitcase in her hand, bade farewell to her homeland, and she carried me away across the sea. A new life in a new place we began, though her eyes looked far away to her old home time and again. Each summertime would see herself return with me, pack her case, catch a boat and make her way across the sea. Boats and trains, boats and trains, they carried her and me miles away, miles away, across the Irish Sea. All those years away from home were hard to bear. Her heart was never here, but ever always over there. But we'd make that journey home again, always her and me, year on year with that old case across the sea. And the place that we'd be living in would do just fine for now. One day we'd both go back to stay, though God alone knew how. On the wardrobe, that old suitcase there, reminding her and me that our home would not be here at all, but away across the sea. Boats and trains, boats and trains, they carried her and me miles away, miles away, across the Irish Sea. And so at last the final frames drew near. I kissed her cheek and wiped away a tear, squeezed her hand tenderly and said, "Come on now, will we close our eyes and try to see the sunset down on the sea?" Boats and trains, boats and trains, they carried her and me miles away, miles away, across the Irish Sea. And so at last 'twas all just down to me, on my own as now and forever 'twould always have to be. Packed her suitcase once again, nothing left now to put in. We headed back across that sad old grey and mournful sea. Boats and trains, boats and trains, they carried her